Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you where to find a few items around the RygjaFylke area in the very early game. The list includes weapons, books of knowledge, XP boosts, crafting and weapon upgrade materials, world bosses and some story stuff. Don't worry, I won't ruin the story outcomes, I'll just point out where to go. Please forgive my terrible pronunciations of the places or items in the game if I mess it up. This is worse than trying to say Japanese words from Neo 2. So, noting the locations on the map for these items isn't difficult, but some of the puzzles or exact locations can be tricky to nail down, so I thought I'd put a few together in the hope that it might help you out or save you some time. I would recommend that you get all the items in the video here. Some will be incredibly useful for your combat abilities, and others will grant you some big chunks of XP or crafting items which will help you progress more easily through the main story. You can get all of these items really early into the game, as soon as you finish the opening mission and you're out into the open world. If you find the video useful, please take a moment to leave me a like or comment to let me know. Okay, let's get going. First on the list is a book of knowledge for the throwing axe Fury. This skill is super useful in early parts of the game. You want to go to Notfall, which is here on the map. You will come across a small settlement which you will need to fight your way through. Once you have cleared the area, you are looking for this entrance in the cave wall. The door to the loot is barred, but if you look up there is an open area in the wall above you can crawl through. Awesome security measures there. Just jump through and the book is yours. Then you can smash the lock on the other side and be on your way. Next is a Yingling Sea Axe, which is an awesome weapon. It's a dagger which can be found very early in your playthrough. The moveset lets you dart in and out of combat really quickly if you hold the light attack button for it. Personally, I've found this to be one of the best early weapon options, for me at least. So to get this, you need to go to a settlement called Understund, which is here on the map. Again, you will need to clear the settlement. You will also need to face a mini-boss toward the back of the settlement. He's not too challenging overall due to his pretty slow attacks and mediocre damage, even at really low power levels. Once you have beaten him, you can loot the chest and you'll find the dagger. Next is the book of knowledge for the Thorn of Slumber, which is a bow skill that allows you to put enemies to sleep from afar. For this one you want to go to a settlement called Grittersand, shown on the map here. Now, there are two things you want to get from this area. The first is the book itself, which you'll need to climb up the tower, shown here. If you descend back down on the inside, or climb through the window midway up, which is what I should have done, you'll see a trapdoor. If you stand on this and attack, you can break it, so you'll be able to drop down and get the book. The second item is just outside. You will see there is a drop where you can go underground level. You will need to take one of the clay bottles littered around the area with you. If you place this at a wall shown here, then you can step back and shoot the bottle, which will break the wall. You'll find a load of leather and ore for your crafting later in the game. Next is a hut you'll find up in the mountains. This one confused me for a few minutes. There is a hidden wall which you can't climb over, and a back door blocked by movable shelves, which you can't move at first. I found a note though which left a hint about having to walk through fire to find the treasure. You'll notice there is a small fire by the wall. Don't do what I did and attempt to set yourself on fire and burn the wall down that way. Trust me, it doesn't work. All you need to do is fire an arrow at the little fire on the floor and then pick it back up again. And now you'll have a loaded fire arrow. Then run round the outside of the hut and shoot at this. At first it doesn't look like anything has happened, but if you look closely, the area has just caught fire. Just wait a moment and the back of the hut will catch fire. At this point all you need to do is move the shelves out of the way and you can claim your treasure, which is a carbon ingot used for upgrading your weapons. Next is a mini story quest you can do. It's not essential, but it's super quick, will get you a good chunk of XP and leads you off to a small story snippet which might make you laugh or blush. It's pretty cool. I won't spoil that part for you, I'll just show you what you need to do. So for this one you just need to find this lady right here. She's looking for an item. All you need to do is go swimming. Dive down and pick it up, then return it to her. I'll let you find out what happens next. If you do this quest, leave me your thoughts in the comments. I'd be interested to see what you thought happened. The next one is pretty close to the last one. It's tricky to get to. You need to climb the mountain across from the lady you just spoke to. When you find the right spot, you'll be able to see the fire from her little camp. You'll come to an area you're unable to climb up. The rocks are too slippy and the walls are coated in ice. You need to climb up in the corner just near the overhanging ice and jump to this branch here. From there you can jump into where the loot is. Again, this is tricky to actually do because of the camera angles, but once you make it inside you'll find an opal, some silver and a weapon rune you can fit to your weapons once they are upgraded. The next one is a world boss, which will give you a big chunk of XP, a good fight and a nice trophy for your wall. You want to climb up the mountain to a spot called Elgfors, shown on the map here. You will find the Elk of Bloody Peaks, who is clearly not happy having his peace disturbed, just next to the waterfall. It's a good fight and totally achievable at very low level if you keep your distance, dodge and time your attacks well. For this you'll get a good boost of XP and a trophy to put in your settlement later on in the game. I personally found the dagger and the axe throw skill I mentioned earlier in the video really helpful for this fight. Next up you can find another boss fight with one of Ragnor Lothbrok's bannermen. Now this fight is difficult, at least I thought so. I'd recommend getting a few power levels and gear upgrades before you even attempt this one. But even if you don't want to fight him straight away, you can visit him for a good story about Ragnor and loot a few extra items in his cave. The fight is optional. You want to go to a cave called Hildivinni's Crag, shown here on the map. Just follow the cave through to find your man and speak with him. I'll leave you to find out about the story, but don't forget to loot the cave before you leave.
Should come looking for bears. There are none living here. Not now.
There are other things to find around the general area, but I feel that they are more self-explanatory, so I'll leave those to you. Leave me a like and comment if you don't mind. Sub if you're new, and I'll wrap it up there. Thank you for watching, take care, stay safe, bye bye now.